It's getting ready. Okay, folks, I'm back with Brandy Chappelle. My phone died on me a little bit ago. When we were out here last, the officers had just taken someone into custody. And Brandy, you were here in the, what is this, the 700 block of Southwest 8th right here?
Yes.
And you witnessed all this. Tell me what you saw, will you?
I was just bringing the dogs out to go to the restroom, and I heard the police's intercom on the car before I could see them. And about that time, they came up right there on 8th and, not 8th, but on Taylor, was coming up the block, and they were kind of just trying to talk the gentleman to stop. It was more of a sound like a concern call. They kept trying to tell him to stop, and then when they went out of sight, I ran to the front of the house. Excuse me, and that's where I pulled out the camera, because at that point in time, he had his hands in his pockets and was aggressing them, sort of, and they told him, you know, get your hands out of your pocket, and that's when I pulled out my camera. And about that time, he pulled out his hands, and then the video, that's when I started the video, and then he took off running and went clear back around the block and down the alley, and I guess I'm assuming that's where they caught him. I didn't see beyond that point.
So when you looked at, he was out here on 8th Street, though, right?
On 8th, right in the middle of 8th and Taylor, actually, in the intersection. Almost.
In the middle of the intersection. Yeah. Then he took off running west on 8th Street, I think, right?
No, he actually ran east.
Here at East.
Ran east and then down around towards Polk.
Really? And then
quite a nice sprint.
Yeah. And he was, how old would you describe this youngster?
He looked like a high school kid to me. He was, you know, looked young, sounded young, but he did have like a, you know, winter mask on and a coat and a backpack and stuff. So you couldn't see him as well as you. He just looked young from what I could see.
Did you get any other descriptors on him, like height, age, race, that type of thing?
My husband said that he thought he looked like he was maybe a mixed race, and I say he looked like he was in his teens.
I see.
By guessing, he was a small, probably 5'7", 115, 120 pounds. Not a very big guy.
You told me earlier that you said the police showed a lot of restraint here.
A lot of restraint, because they were trying to stop him for about a block, talking to him before the camera even started, and then he turned and basically told him, do it, and had his hands in his pocket and was aggressing them. It seemed like he wanted, you know, he might be going through something. It's almost what it seemed like. And he was trying to get the officers to act. And they held a lot of restraint, because when he had his hands in his pockets and was kind of coming towards them talking about doing it, I thought for sure somebody was going to get hurt. But they used a lot of restraint, and I'm glad.
Yeah. Did he? And then did you see him actually wrestle him back here to the ground, or what happened back here? I guess he had like a bit of
I
a
didn't
scuffle.
see it. You could hear it though. They got around the corner of the block, and then that's when you heard a female's voice came out, which somebody said was his mother. It sounded like it was his mother or something to that sense. So they think they know somebody lives right over there. And then there was quite a bit of a kind of a little cat and mouse game in the back.